win. What is shaking? Welcome, everybody. Backyard edition. We love the backyard editions when it comes summertime, and we specifically love the backyard editions when my good friend Ray Ratto can come over and join me. It's a hell of a commute from Ray's house to my house. It's tough. Takes about, 90 seconds to get here.
I'm sweating like a beaver now.
You are. When aren't you?
Oh, I'm very humid.
You are moist.
Yes.
You're moist.
Well, I'm particularly moist now because the Bible has come.
That's right. We got our Phil Still, and hopefully at some point we're going to get Phil Still on here. And talk
Get him in the backyard.
I don't think Phil was flying out from Ohio.
Do you think Phil ever leaves his house?
I don't know.
Because you know who he reminds me of?
Who?
The precursor to Mel Kiper, which is a guy named Joel Buxbaum.
Okay.
Who was basically the guy who was the expert on the draft before the draft was a big deal.
Okay.
And he was so good at it, even though he was a recluse, that teams reached out to him. But Belichick, I believe, was one of his biggest disciples.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I mean, he died tragically early. Well, I shouldn't say tragically. Most deaths are tragic. Some are, but no, he's essentially the reason why the draft is big. More than anybody else. Now you've learned something. That's our show, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for coming.
I mean, I think dying of congestive heart failure when you're 90, that's not tragic.
No, it's expected.
That's not tragic.
But he might have wanted to be 91.
Let's say you're walking down the street and somebody let's just say somebody uses a slingshot, shoots something up in the air and it comes down, hits you in the skull and kills you. That'd be tragic.
Well, it's also comedic, but that's another story.
I'm right at the forefront of death as comedy. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. And when I die, have at it, you guys. Go ahead and have at it.
I will go to the service and laugh my ass off.
I hope you do. Okay. I hope everybody does.
You need to see John Cleese's eulogy for Graham Chapman.
I'm sure it's hilarious. That's what I want.
It's rip-roaring, and you'll get that.
That's exactly what I want.
Just tell whoever is in charge of your remains.
Okay.
I just need 5 minutes.
Well, I wanted my remains scattered in the Stardust Sportsbook in the ashtrays. That was my dream. Just during an NFL football Sunday, have my ashes sprinkled in the ashtrays of the Stardust. Well, there's no more Stardust.
Now it is ash.
And mostly most areas in a casino now are non-smoking. So yeah. you can't even do that. And I don't smoke, but you can't there's no ashtrays in. Now what do? You know what you could do? Just throw it on the rug when you're at the sports book? I don't know.
In the immortal words of, I believe it was a comedian named Jack D. It was Sean Locke, who said when he died, he wanted his ashes thrown into the face of Jeremy Clarkson. That, to me, that's as good a use of ash as anything.
It is.
Just think of somebody you hate a lot. And no, I'll be wearing glasses that day.
Okay. I think what I would want is my ashes to fill in a hole that Bunny digs here in the backyard. Just smooth it over. We're good to go.
And 2 cherry lime popsicle sticks.
I like cherry lime popsicles. That's good.
A tombstone.
Yeah.
With a joke on it. Remember when they used to put jokes on popsicle sticks?
Yeah.
But they used to do that.
Yeah. Can't get too in depth on the jokes, but I mean, yeah,
it's not a story. It's a dad joke. But.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, we could do something like that.
And there's your show, everybody.
Real quick,
we've done it again.
Before we get going, let's thank our sponsor, Fieldwork. And like I said, if you've been going to Fieldwork during the World Cup, they're having a rip-roaring good time there at Fieldwork. It's like just a massive frat party over there. drinking their Fieldwork, watching them on the big screen, especially over at China Basin. That beer garden is fantastic. You got the ballpark behind you. You got McCovey Cove is awesome. They're going to be opening up a new place over in where they open the new place at. It's where? No, Mission Rock's coming soon. It's
Kathmandu.
No. They have a golf course over there. It's near the bridge.
Augusta
near
National.
the Golden Gate Bridge. Presidio. Thank you. Yeah, they're opening up a place in Presidio. I don't know why it took me so long to come up with that. But anyway, if you want to grab yourself a beer, I'm drinking a High and Fine right now, West Coast Lager. They have all kinds, IPA, stouts, porters, whatever you need. Sours. Sours kind of, they have a watermelon lager, which is very tasty. Had that last weekend. So head over to Fieldwork, whether it be San Ramon, San Leandro, Berkeley, wherever the case, Corte Madera, or the China Basin edition. Or if you're going to the ballpark, Centerfield concession stand, grab yourself a Fieldwork as well. So go grab yourself some beer, load up. It's summertime. If you want some taste in your beer, Fieldwork's where it's at. And the other thing I got to get to, yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, go to Fieldwork in a few remaining days of World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow, then there's the 2 semis, and then next Sunday
That's
is
it.
The Donkey Show.
Before we get to that, and before we get to the World Cup and USA Soccer and all that kind of good stuff, we're doing the show a little bit earlier. We'll probably go out a couple hours, but usually we go a little bit longer when Ray comes over. The reason we're not, because I'm going to the Ballet tonight.
Okay.
You know what?
Before you go any further,
I haven't even gone yet, and I feel so fucking cultured. Like, I just feel like I should put that on a t-shirt. So fucking cultured.
Yeah.
Just like put it on a t-shirt. Like, I just feel like, God, like I'm going to the Ballet. Like, I'm going to be able to say, like, we're the ball game. What are you, a heathen? I'm going to the Ballet.
When you told me that, it reminded me.
You thought I was stroking out, didn't you?
Well, in a manner of speaking, because that was what the ball players called the strip club near the Sheraton Hotel in Montreal. So, where are you going tonight? I'm going to the Ballet.
Ah.
That wasn't the name of the strip club, but it was the code name.
Oh, okay. I thought stroking out was a code name.
Well,
it was a different kind of
I presume if they went there,
different definition, I guess.
Okay, you
going to the Ballet.
You need to flesh this out. No pun intended.
Okay.
Nice of you to show up.
Well, look, I feel like, because I figured let's do something different. Let's try something different for Lori's birthday. And it's Dracula the Ballet. It's like a little blood in there, hopefully. It's some kind of like mystery, like, so yeah, we're going to see Dracula the Ballet.
Dracula the Ballet.
Correct. Dracula
for her
Ballet.
birthday.
For her birthday.
This was what she wanted.
Yeah. Of course, yeah.
Okay. Go call Lori, bring her down here.
No.
I want verification. Because I'm not buying that part of the story. I believe you're going to the Ballet.
Well, I thought like that this is what I want for my birthday?
No, I don't believe there's a Dracula the Ballet and that it was her choice. I believe that she would make you go to a ballet.
Hold on
but
a
I would
second.
think something like Swan Lake or one of your standard ballets.
So you don't think there's a Dracula the Ballet?
I don't believe that this is the call that she made.
But no, you said you didn't think there was a Dracula the Ballet.
There's certainly a
Are
possibility.
you going to concede there's a Dracula the Ballet?
It's conceivable. It is not conceivable to me that she's the one who thought of this.
That's right. Can you read the top
Wait a
of the
minute,
Can
wait a
you
minute.
read the top of the ticket there? Can you read the top of the ticket there?
Eat at Joe's.
Yes. They do love vampires, which is why I'm a werewolf guy.
Okay, there is a Dracula Ballet.
Thank you.
Now I want proof out of her face
Okay.
that this was her call. And not you saying, you want to go to the ballet? I've got just the thing.
I think you're giving me too much credit, actually.
No, I think once you're backed into a corner on ballet, you would do the research to find out what's the one I would be least bored by. And one in which dancers with open necks get basically Cadillac holes.
Yeah, no.
Now this is you all over.
As far as ballets go, this seemed more on the masculine side of a ballet. If I can put it as
God.
Whatever I'm trying to say.
I'm just telling you.
Okay.
I want verification from the lorester.
Okay. I'll have her film a Instagram post for you. But I gotta have her.
That could be AI. I want to.
It could be AI, and you're probably gonna think it's more of a hostage video. So I have to have her tell it to you to your face.
Yeah.
Not like she's sitting there in front of a screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay.
Because you are an AI master, as we know.
You know me. I love AI.
Yeah.
Big AI guy.
I mean, you're at the point now where you think Allen Iverson was a fake.
Yeah, I am. He was. So there you go. Ballet. How are your experiences at the ballet?
My next one will be my first.
So I beat you to the ballet.
Oh, you crushed me.
I beat Ray to the ballet.
I think Lou's been to the ballet before I was.
Oh,
right, Lou?
Lou'd be a menace at the ballet.
Lou's a menace here.
Lou's a menace here. Lou'd be a menace. Lou's a menace everywhere.
Lou, I would like to have you climb on my lap, but I understand what happens when that happens.
So, no, but I'm actually looking forward to doing it. I've never done something like that. Don't spit out. What?
That's performative. Serious? You would not do this unless Lori insisted.
Not true.
Not true. You would do this on a lark. You would do this with Macmillan.
I would go by myself. I would go by myself.
That I believe.
I definitely would go by myself. All right, let's get to we got a few things we want to get to today. Let's start off with soccer. And Spain advances today. They're going to play France in the semifinals, which should be phenomenal. Those are your two favorites in the World Cup. I think Spain was like 3.5 to 1, and France was 4.5 to 1, followed by England, and then I think it was
Argentina,
Brazil, Argentina, Portugal were like the next three. So these are the heavyweights. This should be the semifinal. I don't know if it's going to end up being the winner of that goes on to win. Quite possible, but it should be a hell of a match. Today, Spain wins 2-1, and it was interesting the way they scored their second goal. I don't know if Courtois, their all-world ancient, but all-world goaltender being out had anything to do with it. But I thought it was kind of a soft goal. You thought it was kind of a soft goal, did you not?
Well, it's one that it wasn't Courtois that gave the goal.
No, it was not. He was out. That's what I'm saying.
It was his backup
who
had to go down to make a save, but didn't hold on to the ball. And not only didn't hold on to the ball, it rolled about 6 yards away from him.
Spit it out, yeah.
Where the handy dandy Spaniard was there to.
Handy dandy Spaniard. I like that.
I mean, and it was not a great game.
It's okay.
It was okay.
It was okay. It was okay. So,
but
Spain,
to
France.
me, whoever you claim is going to be the champion, it's not. Cape Verde. Mortal. They're the champ for me. They're a country the size of El Cerrito. That's all I need to say. The goaltender
still got to win it though.
The goaltender's 40. He's played in Moldova. I mean, it quite literally is your handyman winning the Golden Boot. It was easily the coolest story of the whole World Cup.
I thought I saw one of their backs wearing a tool belt, running up and down the pitch.
He's not fast, but he's an efficient fouler.
He is. He'll stop and pick something on the way for you real quick.
No,
that definitely it was a fun story. And there's no doubt about it. And anybody outside of your most rabid Messi fans or of Argentine lineage, everybody's rooting for Cape Verde.
Absolutely.
Or Salsa Verde, as I call them. They were
Salsa Verde.
It was great. No, absolutely.
Yeah.
That was a fun story. But the World Cup, kind of like the Premier League, and kind of like La Liga, and kind of like whoever.
Well, the Bundesliga, where you have two teams.
it's the same teams
And
every
France,
single year.
and
France
Ligue
has
1,
basically one team.
yeah.
And what is the Premier League probably has 5 that you could. They have about
Well-
3, and then about 2 that can be interchangeable at the back end.
Well, one of them though,
Because United jumped in this year.
yeah, but they're not United anymore. They're
That's what
more
I'm
sort
saying.
of yeah.
That's what I'm
and
saying.
all they did was replace Chelsea.
Like the teams. Well, that's my point. Is like right now it's Arsenal, Man City, and probably Liverpool.
Yeah.
That at the beginning of every year you go pencil them in, and then there may be 2 other teams. But my point is the World Cup. Not surprising that France is here, Spain's here, England may end up being here. Although I think we're all Erling Haaland fans right now. We'd love to see Erling Haaland keep doing his thing, or as I like to call him, Erling Targaryen of House of the Dragon. That's phenomenal. I love that guy.
Yeah, he has the goofiest face in all of sports.
He does, absolutely.
I mean, he looks like a stock member of the Little Rascals. Just he was Whitey, the little kid with the blonde hair, was just sort of annoying and not funny. But he's taken 10 shots in this World Cup. It's 7 goals.
7 goals?
7.
Yeah. Every 13th touch he scores a goal, basically. Yeah. He's fun. Now he is definitely fun to watch. And I remember watching him back when he was with Dortmund, because that's when COVID happened and there were no live sporting events. And the Bundesliga was like one of the first ones to come back.
Yeah.
So they put them on TV. And I was like, well, I got nothing else to watch. Watch those. That's kind of how I got into watching European soccer. And he was the guy that just jumped off the screen at you. Like, you knew. You didn't have to know soccer. Yeah. You watch, you're like, that dude's good. That dude's really good. And then, of course,
it reminds me, it was right about that time. One of the broadcasters, I can't remember who it was, did a Dortmund game where they got to see Haaland. And the guy says, Erling Haaland is self-explanatory, and then was silent for 40 seconds. Just no descriptions, that's it. You see it. You can't see it. You're either blind, hearing, or visually impaired, or watching a cooking show. Those are your choice. I mean, no, he has to do less work to be Harry Kane than Harry Kane does.
Yeah, no doubt about it. All right, let's get to USA Soccer.
Okay.
I want to get your thoughts on USA Soccer. I gave my thoughts a couple days ago.
I think Christian Pulisic should be shot. You're right.
Very good. Like with the real gun?
Oh.
Or like a BB?
No. Full on.
Okay. There you go.
I want to see him on Law and Order as the chalk outline.
As a victim?
I actually do not.
Yeah, today's age, sarcasm eludes people. Like, you got to actually like say, no, I really don't mean that.
Yeah.
For the dense. All right, I'll see if what you say kind of matches what I said a little bit. I'm sure it won't, because you always have a different take on things. But
you say that with such venom in your voice.
Well, I said it and I talked about it because everybody started coming up with excuses. And the big one I saw online was, our youth system is broken. The pay-to-play system is broken. Like, that's the reason we're not as good as other teams. We could be, but the systems are broken, and we got to fix this system. And I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I felt like we stopped watching the soccer games and talking about the soccer game and talked more about Flo Balogun's red card and all that crap. And then after, it's like, okay, what's wrong with USA? Why is it USA better than they? And so I got into that. And I'm curious to get your thoughts on it, and then we can kind of go back and forth.
This is not an original thought, but I think the vast majority of young athletes in America, at least on the men's side, the skills that we tend to reward are by and large not useful skills for soccer players. Height has some bearing, but speed over 40 yards is irrelevant. We want tall people who are good at reaching for things in the sky, not people who are dexterous with their feet, which is also soccer. And the idea that all our best athletes go into other sports, that's probably true. But I think if you took LeBron James and you made him a soccer player, he would not be the greatest soccer player. It'd be easy to steal the ball from him, for one. And the other thing that soccer players have to have if they want to be elite is a view of the world that involves their teammates more than it involves, I need to get my 30. See, we reward athletes on the professional and the college level for having the best stats or being the most marketable. I mean, I don't know if you've ever seen a Messi commercial in which he speaks, but certainly no English speaking commercial. He just stands there and is. Where, you know, we'll make Chet Holmgren dance. That's how desperate we are to make commercials where athletes are also entertainers. And soccer players, by and large, aren't. You know, I mean, Holland has done some decent ads, but mostly just him sitting there and being Erling Haaland.
Yeah.
But for the most part, we reward things that do not automatically translate into great soccer players. And yes, pay for play is not a good system. But, you know, the European system where they pull out the best players and put them in academies basically makes thousands of other players who aren't quite as good. Sorry, you have no future here. We don't want you. We don't need you. So there's waste all the way around. But I just think it's our view of what an athlete is that makes soccer a secondary sport, and we'll keep it a secondary sport. And I don't think you can change the culture of a nation. So I think this is who they are, and this is who they're going to stay.
Yeah.
And the idea that they somehow failed in this tournament is preposterous, because this is who they actually were. This is who they've been. You know, I mean, Christian Pulisic had a very average to below average year at Milan. And he's injured a lot. I mean, he's clearly not the best ever American soccer player. I mean, Landon Donovan, who's now picked a fight with him, probably better. You know, Clint Dempsey, probably better. Alexi Lalas, not better. I needed to say that.
I know. We'll get that. We'll get to
We'll
that
get
in a
to
minute.
him. I know.
We'll get to that in a minute.
But no, it's we love the hype, and we follow the hype way more than we should.
Yeah.
There was no point at which the Americans were in a position to win the tournament. None. And when Tim Howard said it's impossible for the United States to win, he got slagged coast to coast. And yet he was dead right. Because that is the fact.
Yeah.
They are a round of 16 and out program.
Yeah. And if things break right, maybe they get to the 8.
Maybe, but it's not broken right yet.
But no, it hasn't. It hasn't. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
And the other thing, American soccer is better than it used to be.
Yeah.
That's indisputable. But everybody else improves too. Because all the advantages that the Americans have, you know, training and nutrition and all that, the European teams took and said, yeah, we'll do that too. They have a 100-year advantage.
Yeah.
And maybe the Americans have cut it to 80, but it's going to be another 3 or 4 generations before this is even debatable. And I think this was the cup that sort of proved that, because they've never been more hyped and never been more, they've got a shot this time. Well, no. They beat a Paraguay team whose only skill is they kick the hell out of you. They beat a team from Australia who could be playing today and still not make a dent.
Yeah.
You know, and then they beat, you know, they lost to Turkey.
Yeah.
And then they beat a Bosnian team. Bosnia, their best player was 40. I mean, stop it. You know, if you can't beat Bosnia or Herzegovina, well, that's who you are. And that's the thing that happened. The United States was advertised by people who don't pay attention to soccer as being more than all the other United States teams ever. And it turned out they were exactly the same team, doing exactly the same things, exactly the same way, until they run into somebody with skill.
I mean, obviously, I agree with all that. I agree with all that. And you know a lot more soccer than I do, way more. Look, I also think that the system's broken when, like, I think the European system's better if you want, if that is your thing and you just want the best players, then yeah, you cull the herd as often as you need to cull the herd. Over here, we ain't culling any herd because the herd's paying money. And when the herd pays money, you're not going to have a private tutor or an AAU coach or a youth soccer coach say, sorry, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, your son's no good. And your $500, your $1,000, your $2,000 is no good here. We don't want you. That's not the way it works. They're going to take all the money they could possibly get.
Oh yeah.
So that's the way it is. Here's the thing that I said, and we don't care as much. We just don't care as much as Spain. We don't care as much as France. We don't care as much as Brazil. We care, just like Pac-12. They cared about their football and basketball. They didn't care as much as the SEC. They didn't care as much. We didn't care as much. I'm a Pac-12 guy. I didn't care as much as like the Big Ten people. I didn't need to. Good teams didn't care as much. But here's the thing. In a month, maybe in 2 weeks, we're transitioning right into NFL, right into football. Guess what? They're transitioning into La Liga and the Premier League. And then the Euros coming up in a couple years. Like, this is like year round for those countries. Like, this is what sports talk shows. How often do you think a sports talk show like this or on terrestrial radio that talk all sports will talk about soccer once this is open?
This is a unique sports show.
Well, because you're on it.
Well, no,
That's
it's a desperate
unique.
sports show when I'm on it. No, but you've hit on it. It's not that we don't care as much. We have an option that most countries don't have, which is we have a multiplicity of other sports. If you're not a football fan, you can get into the baseball postseason.
Yep.
Then you can whip into the NBA or the NHL. We have more amusements than everybody else because we prioritize entertainment more than other countries. Whereas the English Premier League starts in the middle of August, ends in the middle of May.
Yep.
It's 9 months. Plus the other, soccer it's not the only thing, but it's damn close. And whatever is second place in any particular country, it's a long way away.
Long ways away. Long way. Because Spain, like their basketball.
Yeah.
Hell, they won a gold medal. They're number one in the world. France, love their basketball. Hell, they might have the best player in the world, possibly, Wembanyama. But it ain't soccer. It ain't soccer. And here it's football, NFL, then college. Then you can debate whether it's basketball or baseball, and then hockey after that. That's just that. Those are just facts. Like,
that doesn't even involve, include golf, or volleyball, or tennis. Or we have not enough time and too many things to spend it on. They have nothing but time, but only one thing to spend it on.
Yep.
Maybe two.
And it's ingrained, right? As you said, the culture, it's ingrained. Soccer is ingrained. And like, you look at where we're at right now, hockey internationally, like, if we're not the favorites to win every tournament, it's going to be Canada. And we're not going to be that far behind anymore. We're pretty close. Like, we can compete. We won the gold medal. Football, nobody else has football, so that's not even worth discussion.
Canada.
My bad. They
don't be bad mouthing those Sasky Rough Riders.
No, you're absolutely right.
Go Elks.
They can't compete. Basketball, we're still the top, but it's close now. Like, it's next Olympics gonna be a fight. It's gonna be a fight next Olympics. So, but they're right there. And I think baseball, either we're the top or right there. I think if we decided we wanted to pitch our best pitchers in the WBC, we could win it. But either way, we're right there. Soccer is the one sport that we haven't quite gotten to yet. Like, I totally agree with you. We're top 16 team. And that's okay. It's like, that was a fun run. They played a pretty fun style of soccer. Like, I liked watching the games. You lose in the 16. Like I said, break or two, maybe you get to 8. They needed about 10 breaks versus Belgium. Because Belgium mopped them.
Yeah.
To me, you would know better than me. That was like a 40-point loss in basketball. That was just like, you're not on the court. You're down by 20 at the end of the first quarter and the game's over. So
that was not just an ass kicking. That was bring other ass, because we're kicking that too.
We need more ass. We need more ass in here. Yeah.
No,
we've kicked all your ass. Do you have any more ass?
Yeah. And you saw what happened to Belgium in the next round. They were old.
Yeah, I
And-
mean, it was 1-1, and they only lost 2-1. But you watch the Spain game.
Yeah.
I mean, Spain was.
It was a boat race.
Yeah, they were much better. Or
You know,
much
no,
better
it
than
just
Belgium.
and it's it's not. We're just used to having advantages that nobody else has. Soccer is one of those sports where we've never had an advantage, and we probably never will. The advantages in basketball that we had, those have now been more evenly distributed throughout Europe. The Winter Olympics, we've never had an edge in that, and we still don't really watch it that much. Track, we've had all the advantages, but we exported them to other places, and now we're taking some of their athletes. And they still run track in the Olympics for their own countries. So it's just we're used to being the best because we say we're the best. And soccer is one of those places where we have no cachet to prove it. And we probably never will. But we hype the hell out of it as though this is the breakout time because that's good for Fox.
Yeah, it's very good for Fox.
But now we'll see what their numbers are, for the final 8. Because they were yammering on about, U.S. Belgium being the highest rated soccer game of all time, until it turned out that when you included Telemundo, no, it was actually Mexico. And there's another thing. Mexico, a lot of people who don't speak Spanish were watching Telemundo.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
and I made this point,
we have work to do.
I have this point. It wasn't just about soccer either. It was about USA soccer. I mean, you could slap a tight-fitting skin suit on somebody, put a helmet on them, throw them in a red, white, and blue bobsled, and send them down the track, and people will be into it because it has USA on it. Like, people get into the Olympics, but they don't get into those sports when it's not allowed. Who's watching World Championship bobsledding? Like,
who's
between
Olympics?
watching
Track and field?
Nobody. That's my point. People like Olympic sports during the Olympics. How many sports are played during the Olympics that people pay attention to not during the Olympics? Basketball, hockey, I guess baseball, if baseball is a part of the Olympics.
And to a certain extent, figure skating.
To a certain extent.
Yeah, it's not as much, but
does
people
anybody
will watch the U.S. figure skating championships because they're on the network.
Is anybody following the skiing when it's not Olympic time?
People who live in upper Minnesota.
I mean, that's my point is like, when you get to the Olympics, people are going to follow it because it's the Olympics. It's a big deal and it's your country. That it's not that all these people suddenly love soccer. Again,
they love the event.
Yeah, they love the event, and you slap USA on a uniform, people are in. They're going to watch. They couldn't tell you an Adams from a McKinney, but they don't care, nor should they have to care. They did. That's totally. That's cool. But once it's over, that's my point. Once it's over, it's over. It's done with. Once it's over for a lot of these other countries, it is not over. It's just moving on into something else. It's moving on into the league play. We got Champions League coming up. We got Europa League coming up. We got the FA Cup coming up. We got this coming. That's all it is for them. There is no like, hey, NFL, like there may be a couple pockets of fans over in Europe that are like, hey, one of the NFL games coming over here. I'm an NFL fan. I want to go to Wembley and watch the games, or Wembley and watch the games. I want to
go to Wembley and watch the games.
Wembley's that's how good he is. He's a stadium now. Could go to Germany and whatever. But it's all soccer. It's all soccer for them. For us, it's not. It was a fun event, cool event, and like we're never going to be. Somebody asked me, "Do you think we'll ever win a World Cup?" I was like, "Not my lifetime."
Well, unless
it's not going to happen.
Unless Trump bribes Johnny Infantino and said, "Hey, we would like a World Cup that just has us in it, and we want you to pay for
us
it."
Versus us?
Yes. U.S. versus us.
Everyone gets red cards.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're out. USA.
Well, that's the other thing. This World Cup ended so ignominiously because they get crushed by Belgium. Trump basically buys off Infantino to get Balogun, which is how it's supposed to be pronounced.
That is Balogun.
That's what we decided it was. but it's not.
I just went with the horde on that one.
No, you're fine. I'm not questioning
Okay.
you. I'm just a pedant. And so that left a bad taste in people's mouths. And then Pulisic gets hurt and gets savaged.
He did get savaged, and he had a microfracture. He was actually hurt.
Yeah, but you know what this is? This is not about him getting hurt as much as it is everybody marketed this guy until we were sick of him, but we never particularly liked him. And now Carly Lloyd's taken out after him. Landon Donovan's taken out after him. You know, most of his, not contemporaries, but the previous generation of soccer greats in America have just earholed him because he's not likable. And we want our athletes to be likable for some idiotic reason. You know, because no, he's got to be able to market himself. Why do we care? You know, what, he's working at Home Depot now? This is something we believe? I mean, David Beckham was doing Home Depot commercials. Yeah, I believe he's held a hammer in his life. Absolutely. You know, just, I mean, that's how we grade this now. How much money can you make for a company? And he made money for companies, and the companies paid him back. But there's nothing appealing about him. You know, his worth is about scoring goals. If he doesn't score goals, then people go, oh, he's not as good as I thought he was. I mean, you know, Nike told me he was great. Why did Nike lie to me? Nike's done nothing but lie to you since Nike was born. You know, what are you talking about? It's just, he didn't make the requisite effort to be likable, which is why people are taking out after him now. And I'm not talking about nitwit like Colin Coward, and, you know, soccer halfwits like him. And I mean, he's a nitwit about soccer, not that he's a nitwit in general. There are some things he likes and knows about. But we wanted Christian Pulisic to be the everything. And he wasn't really good at anything to the level we wanted him to be. So now we hate him because that's what America does too.
Now, to my eye, it just would have been nice to see him make any kind of impact on the game. And he didn't have much of an impact. And even an impact like Steph Curry has when he doesn't touch the ball, he impacts the way the defense plays so everybody else has opportunities. We didn't even really see that. But as far as like breaking, I can't. I just can't do that. I don't watch enough soccer, and I don't know enough. Let me ask you.
You know more than the average American. You can identify Erling Haaland.
Well, the average American's stupid.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's our show today. I've now signed us off 3 times already.
You have.
The average American is stupid. Tom Tolbert.
No, here's my thoughts. And I don't think the average American individually is stupid. And I'm
well, yeah, wiggle your way out of this.
No,
one.
but you put them together as a group, they're stupid. That's always been my contention. People can be smart. Groups are stupid. Because groups fucking all start to think alike, the hive mind, all that, and then you just become idiots.
Yeah. I don't know what to think. Maybe Nick Wright will tell me.
Yeah.
and Nick Wright is not stupid, but if you're watching that show or any show like it, you're opting into stupid.
You're opting in.
Because you're either going, yeah, thank you for telling me what I think, or you're an idiot for not thinking what I think. Really? That's what we're doing with this? Yeah. That's why this is the only show that should be left.
That's right.
All the other shows should be exterminated.
I'm okay with that.
Take all the other hosts and the producers, put them into trucks, send them up into the Canadian Rockies, turn them loose among bears. Clean out the herd.
Like the herd as in cow herd, or the herd as
sure.
in the herd?
No, you're right.
I
it's just I like them all. I mean, they're playing to the audience that they have.
Yeah, I know. No, I know.
And
that's the thing. You start talking too much about something you don't really know much about. You talk about once every 4 years. Like a bad defense, you get exposed.
Yeah.
You get exposed is ultimately what ends up happening. All right, let me get your take on before we move on. Because I got some hockey stuff too that I wanted to get to.
Leo Carlson.
Yeah, Leo Carlson. I wanted to get to Dundon putting his name and his family's name in the Stanley Cup. But why does everybody hate Alexi Lawless?
Because
I don't really watch studio shows. Okay. But what I watched,
be cool.
I didn't
be cool. Just sit here. Don't lick my face.
I kind of got the arrogance.
Have some dignity.
I mean, look,
it's unwarranted.
Zlatan is like he's one of the greatest soccer players of all time. He's like a zero on that show. He like really doesn't add. And is it Henry or Henry?
Thierry Henry.
Thierry Henry. Like he's good. I like him.
Yeah.
Like he's pretty good. It just for some reason there's an arrogance that goes with being French. Like just the way you talk, it just seems arrogant to me. He's not, but I don't know what it is about anyway, but I like him. Zlatan didn't seem to add much, but Lawless, I didn't watch enough, but man, everybody they can't stand him.
Okay. He's not a good analyst.
Okay.
And first of all, he wasn't a good player. He was known basically for having
his
red hair.
Yeah, his hair and his beard.
Secondly,
I do remember that.
Secondly, he's in sort of I would say a fiscal arch conservative, sort of a Trump guy.
Okay.
So that puts him in a hole because nobody wants to hear what somebody on a sports panel thinks about politics in general.
Yeah.
And
correct.
Thirdly, his sense of humor is largely smarm. So it's not appealing funny.
Yeah. Is he a pom-pom guy?
What? And he's not as much of a pom-pom guy as Stu Holden.
Okay.
But Stu Holden is at least tolerable if you don't let him do an American game.
Okay.
Same thing with John Strong. You put him on an American game, they're both unbearable. But if you put him on, hypothetically, Spain, France, they're actually pretty good.
Okay.
Not great. I mean, I'd still rather have John Champion, but.
Yeah. Oh, so would I. Let me stop you just for a second. Why is 45 down, 45 to go? Why is that a fucking thing? Why is that? Oh, it's I read somewhere as an iconic call. I'm like, iconic? You just told people how much time it's passed and how much is to come. What? What am I missing? Like, what is great about that call?
I think that call has been around for like 60 years.
Well, it should go away. Who gives a shit?
Oh, don't yell at me. I didn't do it.
Did I do basketball? 24 down, 24 to go. Crown me, bitches. Like, what are you talking about?
I see.
Like, what is that?
I want crown
4
me
innings
bitches.
Down, 5 to go.
I want crown me bitches. No question.
Great. You've just told me how much time has passed.
Yeah.
And how much, like, why is that even a thing?
Because most, like, I don't want to say signature phrases don't mean anything.
That really doesn't mean anything.
Well, okay. It means less than the usual thing that doesn't mean anything.
I don't know. Just the littlest things bother me for some reason.
You're cranky.
I am.
Yeah.
I am.
But
I'm on the porch with you. So you're
but
talking
anyway,
about Lawless.
Yeah. No, but the thing about Lawless is he tried to sort of bully the panel. And Zlatan becomes a hero because he pushed back right away. I mean, English is not his first language. It's not even his fourth language.
Yeah.
So he's at a disadvantage, but he didn't take any crap from him. And Rebecca Lowe, who is Switzerland, she's just looking at this going, do I really have to get in the middle of this fight? And she handled it brilliantly because she is brilliant. But Thierry Henry has insights. Lawless has none. Plus, he's not likable. Plus, he's never really shown that he should be on the panel, except for the fact that he had a gimmick growing out of his skull. So what are you getting here with him? No, he's useless.
Okay.
He can't be fired fast enough from enough things.
But
if I owned a network,
like him.
I would hire. Oh, Fox, the guy who hired him at Fox likes him, but if they find out that people don't like him, if they can,
well, they got to know by now, don't they? I mean,
I don't think they care because they're getting numbers. But it'll be interesting to see how he plays when America's not interesting anymore as a soccer country. And that will be in the following 4 years because nobody's going to pay attention in 2027. They don't want to know about their big friendly against North Macedonia. That's not what we do.
You know why? Because we don't care now. That's why.
We only care in, Cool hummingbird
I'm gearing up.
flying over your head.
Oh yeah, no, that I don't know if it's the same one, but every time I come out here, that hummingbird just kind of comes down and sticks its little beak into the nectar of the gods, and buzzes off.
And what gods live here?
Huh?
What gods live here?
Zeus, Hercules. I think he's half god.
Yeah, no, I'm naming.
But are you pumped for? I'm pumped for CONCACAF.
Oh, I know you are.
Yeah, you know me.
Name a country in CONCACAF.
Colombia, Brazil, Argentina.
That's CONMEBOL.
Mexico.
That's CONCACAF. You did it. You named one.
Honduras.
Stop while you're ahead.
Honduras.
I think
Costa Rica.
Yeah, I think they're CONCACAF too.
Yeah, I mean,
so
I'm just trying to go. I'm just trying to go north of. I'm just trying to go north of South.
You've named every
South
country
America
except the one you live in.
Well, of course I know they're in CONCACAF.
You didn't say them.
Yeah.
That wasn't your first response.
Well, that's because I'm not watching. Because no one gives it. On a scale of 1, let me ask you this: on a scale of 1 to 100, I'll take France, since I picked out France and Spain. You could throw in England too, or Italy, the countries that really love their soccer over there, but those aren't the only ones. On a scale of 1 to 100, how important are the Euros to France? Let's say the World Cup's 100. Like, that's the pinnacle. How important are the Euros to them?
Probably 80.
Because it's kind of like World Cup light.
I mean well, it is, but France is a bad example because they only have one team that's everything in it. And that's PSG.
No, not Champions League, Euros.
Oh, the Euros?
Yeah.
Oh, probably 70. Because it's less a thing than the Champions League.
Is it? Well, yeah, Champions League is huge. But then it's not just your country.
No, it's your club.
It's your team in your country, but it's a club in your country. All right. Scale of 1 to 100. Let's say the World Cup is 100, even though it's not. Let's just use that as the bar. World Cup's 100 in U.S. What's CONCACAF? 20?
11.
11.
No, I mean.
No, but you're right. I mean, people don't care.
CONCACAF is for the junkies.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, it's like the Frozen Four.
Yeah.
For the people who like hockey, Frozen Four is great fun.
Yeah.
But it's when they start, proselytizing. Oh, you got to watch the Frozen Four. Yeah, but I don't like hockey. Yeah, but you got to watch this. It's different. And you watch it and it's not different.
Yeah.
And you feel like I've been lied to.
No, I totally agree. All right, let's go to hockey. Okay, what site is this coming from, Max? Shams reporting that Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero got in a fight.
Okay.
And that Bam cracked Tyler Hero. That's all we.
Okay. No.
That's all we know.
Here's the Shams game.
Did he sucker punch him?
No. Here's the Shams game.
Okay.
Was it Hero's agent that told him, or was it Adebayo's agent that told him? Because I don't think Pat Riley got on the phone and said, "Shams, have I got something hot for you?"
That's a good question. I don't know. I mean, look, the only reason the Warriors one got out is because there was video that got leaked by someone. I don't think they've ever found out who that was, who leaked that video.
Kirk Lacob.
Yeah. I don't. Did they? I don't know if they know. I've asked Steve.
There's not a chance they couldn't trace that.
Well, you think somebody would have got fired? I mean, I guess maybe he could have got fired without us knowing about it.
Unless was somebody who wanted it out.
But somebody that didn't want it out would have figured that out. That's the thing. We would have known. We would have figured this out. You can't. No one can keep a conspiracy quiet.
Actually, they can. Depends on how much money you're willing to spend to keep the conspiracy quiet.
Yeah.
The fact that they haven't told us who it is interesting. The fact that they never made a public thing about firing the person who did it is interesting to me. Because when there's something like that with a little bit of legwork, you can find out who did it, and then you don't say anything about it, I assume at some level it's an inside job.
Could be.
I think it was probably Margot Kerr. I mean, she's quiet. You never hear from her.
You don't.
But I think she's secretly insidious.
You don't. You know what? Could be right.
I think I could.
Where did this happen, Max? Obviously, it wasn't on the practice court. It happened in Vegas? Huh.
Please tell me it was at a blackjack table.
Oh, man. Yeah, Hero plays for the Bucks now. Hero's no longer a member. Maybe Hero said that 83 is fake. Maybe he said you got that Fugazi 83. Which, let's be honest.
How about D. Haslam?
Yeah, what I know about Haslam probably still would have floored them both. He would have taken on both of them and still knocked him out. Haslam was a guy that from what I heard, not a guy to be trifled with. Udonis Haslam was not a guy to be trifled with.
No, I was talking about Jimmy Haslam.
Oh, Jimmy.
The owner of the Bucks.
I don't know about Jimmy Haslam.
Udonis Haslam? Why would he hit either one of them?
I don't know. Why would Jimmy Haslam hit any one of them?
Because Jimmy Haslam's a moron.
Why would he hit somebody who plays for the Heat?
No, somebody plays for his own team. He didn't like the trade. He paid Adebayo to punch his own guy.
I don't think I've ever asked you about that.
Any conspiracy is worthwhile now because everything is fixed.
How disgusting was that 83 points? I mean, just on so many levels, it was so, like, every time I think of that 83 points, I don't even just think of 83 points. I think of what a disgrace that game ended up being and how he got to 83 points. And the part that really cracks me up is it wasn't even the record. He just did all that to pass Kobe. And oh, by the way, if it wasn't Kobe, then this wouldn't even be a thing. Because it was Kobe, it became a thing. It should be a thing. Because the way they did it was just, I mean, pathetic. Absolutely pathetic.
One word.
Don't say Wizards.
That is the word.
I win.
I mean, there are teams that don't care. There are teams that are angrily tanking. And then there are the Wizards. I mean,
they've gone beyond angrily tanking?
Yeah. Oh, no, they're never has a team gone out and gotten more sort of competitive miscreants and stuck them on the same team. And if one of them happens to emerge as a player, they immediately ship them out for 2 more expiring contracts of people you wouldn't want on your team. It's breathtaking how bad they are. I don't know that the Mets are worse than them. I don't think there's a team in organized American pro sports. Well, maybe the Chicago Sky. But no, I think the Wizards might be the absolute styrofoam standard. I mean, you think of them, it's reflexive. I mean, it's Pavlovian. Ew. What is there a team where you get that reaction instinctively more than them?
I don't really get that reaction. I just don't think about them much. I mean, there's probably
somebody's sitting. Your
the
wife,
White Sox until this year. I just kind of didn't really think about them a whole heck of a lot.
I need a glass of the bear.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I don't have arms.
The juggernaut,
as you know.
The juggernaut featured heavily.
Really, what better wine than something with an angry mammal on the front?
That's right. It's not
looking
blood.
to bite the head off a small child in an SUV.
It's a red blend. What is a red blend, by the way?
Bunch of different stuff they threw together.
Okay. I mean,
what are they going to?
They sell it for premium prices. I mean, I thought it's just like maybe
Well, what did this cost?
And not that much, like 27, 26. You're worth it.
Is it a Safeway job?
Safeway job, yes. Because I'm a member. I wanted to save. You're worth it.
You wanted to shave 10 cents off your next fill up.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
so it wasn't, but it isn't. I don't know what team I Wizards are just, Wizards are awful. I think they'll be better this year. The Bonds is really good.
They'll screw him up.
We'll see. That coach has no idea what he's doing. I don't even know who he is. I watched a couple games last year. I'm like, this guy's lost.
They hired him to make sure that they lost games.
Yeah, no, he did.
Well,
he did. He did a good job at that.
I mean,
but back to my original.
What's the difference between him and Will Hardy?
Will Hardy's a good coach.
How do we know?
I know. Watching him, I think when they give Will Hardy a chance, they're gonna make the playoffs this year.
Okay.
Utah make the playoffs.
I only used Will Hardy as an example because his record is equally awful.
It's awful.
But that's my question on Brian Keefe. How do we know he's an awful coach? How do we know it's not just deliberate roster construction?
There was something he did last year, a couple times, that made me think this guy doesn't have it. I don't know. I'm
because that was a serious question I was asking. I wasn't trying to be.
I know
me.
I know you weren't trying to be a dick.
Although, as much as I am me, it's an easy assumption to make.
It is an easy assumption to make. Let's get back to was it disgraceful what the Heat did in trying to get Adebayo 83?
I think it was more disgraceful what the Wizards were willing to not do to get him 83.
Was it all disgraceful?
Oh, it was preposterous. If Bam Adebayo wasn't a good guy, neither side would have engaged in this.
No, I've heard
this was mostly a favor for him.
Yeah. It's just kind of embarrassing.
What are you guys muttering about?
Well, you can get yourself I'm good. You sure?
Yeah.
I mean, you do have like whiter skin than me and red hair. So you could catch fire at some point.
I'm allergic to the sun. Yeah. What we're trying to say is the two people who are most important to this podcast are playing musical chairs because they're bored with what we're doing.
That's right. All right, let's get to hockey.
Let's
the Ducks matched Leo Carlsson's offer sheet, correct?
Yes.
Okay. $18 million for 5 years, $90 million total. Diabolical by the Flyers to throw that offer sheet out there. I guess they could afford it. They got young guys too. They made the playoffs last year. I'm sure they want to keep it going. But it kind of put the screws to Anaheim a little bit. I kind of felt like they would just because they have the momentum going. But I don't know if Carlson's proven he's that type of player.
But New Jersey had done it just before then. So this is the new thing in the NHL. The NHL is fascinating.
Yeah, because I haven't seen that before this year.
Because their general managers, one of them will seize on a scheme, and everybody else will go, I need to do that too. It may not be applicable to my team, but I'm going to do it just to say I did it. So the Flyers were not the first team to do the offer sheet. I mean, and I don't have access to Elliot Freeman, so I can't say how many there were in the history of the game. You know, maybe Cooney Weiland and 1928, but it's
Cooney Weiland.
This is the NHL's genuinely silly season. I mean, and it started with the Leafs, firing their general manager and then hiring a guy who was disgraced when he was in Arizona and basically kicked out of the league for a while. They brought him back. Oh, no, John Chaika, he's great. And then, then Mike Babcock, who's even more disgraced, gets hired in Edmonton because the Vegas Golden Knights wouldn't let Edmonton talk to the coach they fired.
Yep.
They would rather pay this guy not to work. And then they hired John Tortorella, who had been disgraced in a bunch of different places. And then after he took them to the Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final, they fired him. So the NHL has been hilarious this offseason. And, just the other day, everybody's been raving about Haley Wickenheiser in the Leafs front office. She'd been there for like 8 years. And everybody thought she could be the first female general manager in the NHL. She just got fired yesterday. It's just these people are clinically insane. And they are clinically insane times 32, hoping to expand to 34 as soon as possible. And so the Leo Carlsson thing, it might be 6th on the list of hilarious outrages. 5th on the list, of course, is they think $18 million is a lot of money. $18 million is what, a mid-level exception in the NBA?
Yes. Right around there.
I mean, just think about it. Just think about screwing a team over your 8th best player. No, we paid Kevon Looney $18 million. We showed you.
Did the Ducks do the right thing?
They needed him more than Flyers did.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I mean, at some point, the money is irrelevant. You're using it to cash in.
Well, it isn't irrelevant when you have a salary cap.
But it is irrelevant when your salary cap went up $9 million this year, is going up more next year and more the year after that. So
it's not about the money.
They're actually playing with that money they know is coming in.
Well, to me, it's not about the money. It's about the percentage of the salary cap. That's how you got to look at everything.
Well, that's why 18 million is not necessarily 18 million.
Yeah, because this year it could be what? 15% of the salary cap, and then 12%, and then 9%. It's going to go down and down and down.
Yeah.
No,
and that's the thinking.
That's how you got to look at it. Absolutely.
But if the cap goes down again, if COVID makes a comeback, then the Ducks will be screwed.
Then the Ducks will be screwed. The Ducks will be screwed.
Anyway, I thought you were going to ask me about the power forward that the Sharks drafted.
I'm going to get there.
Oh, you had.
But let me also.
You didn't tell me that was on the list.
Let me ask you about Dundon, the owner of the Carolina Hurricanes, also the owner of the Portland Trailblazers, who decided he wanted to put his family's name, all 5 of them, on the Stanley Cup. Maybe the most sacred trophy in all of sports. Certainly all of North American sports, I believe. It just throws his name on there. Now, you told me the owner for the Wings did it too, but there was a tangential thread between them and working for the organization.
They were put in the table of contents of the Wings organizational list.
Yes, okay.
But I'm sure none of them did anything. They certainly did nothing of impact.
I mean, is this it just seems absurd.
It
you got all
doesn't
these
seem
players
absurd.
that came their blood and sweat on the trophy, and you just slap your family's name on there.
Well, I can't remember who it was
Billy,
who had played.
You got your name on the Stanley Cup.
I can't remember who it was who had played 38 games for them this year. Didn't get his name on it.
Yeah, I read that.
So that Tegan Dundon, who I believe is 12.
12.
Yeah. Hey, I'm the best player on my middle school team, even though my middle school team doesn't have a team. No, but this is the dirty truth about North American sports now. It's about the care and feeding of owners. That's all it is. It's why we're still arguing about Kawhi Leonard, because nobody wants to piss off Steve Ballmer, because he's the one who bailed them out of the Donald Sterling mess.
Yep.
So they're trying to, make sure that he doesn't get offended. And, like Jimmy Dolan, owns the Knicks. He once wrote a song for his band called Fix the Knicks. You can't find it on the internet anymore because he had it taken down because he's Jimmy Dolan. If he wants something, he will buy, sell, or turn into indentured servants anybody who crosses him. And this is okay because, why is Adam Silver perceived as a weak commissioner? Because unlike David Stern, he's coping with 30 multi-billionaires, all of whom can buy and sell this guy into working on a farm. And he knows that he keeps his job only by making sure those 30 guys are taken care of at the price of the networks, at the price of the players, at the price of the fans. I mean, why is there an NBA Cup? Because it's a cash grab.
Of course.
Why did the World Cup expand to 48 teams? It's a cash grab.
True. Why does the NCAA tournament have 76 teams now?
Yeah.
It's a cash grab.
And
why do we have play-in games?
And why is college football basically about 30 teams now? Because 30 teams have the power to cash grab the other 130.
Yep.
Or 110, whatever it is now. And by the way, Sac State in the MAC. In the MAC. Their arch rival is Western Michigan.
Texas State's in the Pac-12. In the fucking Pac-12.
But
Texas State.
Okay.
I don't even recognize. I'm not even going to recognize that as a legitimate conference going forward.
I mean, the Sun Belt has a more contiguous look about it.
I mean, it's unbelievable. Well, I mean, look,
the SEC.
All you got to do is stop with Cal Stanford.
Yeah, I mean, I was
in the ACC.
Yeah,
I mean, it's bad enough you got Oregon and Washington in the Big Ten, but I mean they're in the ACC. ACC. The one story I don't even think I talked about on here was that I think there was a playoff going into the conference baseball tournament, and Stanford and Cal were tied, and they had to play a playoff game, and whoever won the game got to go to the ACC baseball tournament. They both had to fly back to Charlotte or wherever to play the game, and the loser flies back up instead of just playing out here. Just play out here, and then the loser can go on to the tournament. Nah, we're gonna fly you guys out here, and then you got to fly back if you're the. I mean,
I honestly believe that they took them in and had been spending every waking minute ever since then trying to get them out. I think they desperately would love it if Cal and Stanford went into the Pac-12, so they could play.
Yeah, I think
Texas
they would.
State. Yeah,
I think they would.
I think they recognize they made a mistake because they were attempting to replace the money they thought they would lose with Clemson and Miami.
Yep.
Only to find out they didn't lose the money with Clemson and Miami, but eventually will, because college football is going to be 40 teams in 2 conferences. That's it.
That's what I've talked about for a long time now.
Yeah.
Big Ten, SEC, they play Big Ten, they play SEC. They have their own playoffs, and the winner of each conference plays each other in like Super Bowl Junior, like the week before the Super Bowl.
It's like the American League and National League. Can
we have relegation?
No, you'll just get teams that get kicked out.
But why not relegation? Because then you could have a playoff bracket for the teams that are on the relegation chopping block.
Because they're busy.
That'd be fun.
Because they're busy strip mining their leagues of the teams that don't make much money. Like, I wouldn't pay 20 cents for Mississippi State's chances of surviving the next round of realignment, because they don't make enough money for them.
Not a big market.
Purdue, I think, is in the same spot.
You don't think that Starkville TV market's booming?
No, oddly enough, you don't.
It's coming.
Yeah,
it's coming.
I mean, they're going to take like the top 4 or 6 teams from the Big 12, and that'll be it. It'll be a regional sport again, and it will ultimately be suicidal for the entire industry.
See, I think you can keep both conferences as is, and then add. I think you got to add 4 to the SEC, maybe 1 or 2 to the Big Ten. I mean, Clemson, Florida State go in. Probably, like, I don't know what, Texas Tech, because at least they're willing to spend some money. And I agree with you. Maybe a couple other teams from the Big 12. And then I think college football, maybe college basketball, but college basketball doesn't make enough money. Like, they can't do a super league like that. I think football should be its own thing. The rest of the sports go back to doing what you did. I think college football is the only one that can do the relegation model. Like, even all the way down to Montana State, you have like a 3rd division like you do in European soccer, because Adam Silver so badly wants the NBA to be like a European soccer model. It's like, you can't. You have 30 teams. They have like a 200 soccer teams over there. That's why relegation works.
The reason,
what are you going to relegate them to? Tijuana?
The problem with relegation is you're trying to make a league made up entirely of billionaires. No billionaire wants to find out that he's not playing in the top league.
Aren't there billionaires that get moved down to the Champions League?
Not many. They usually spend their way out of it. Why do you think it's taken 3 years to figure out how to deal with the 115 charges against Manchester City for violating financial fair play? They still haven't done that, because they don't want to have that fight.
That'll get solved right around the time the aspiration Kawhi Leonard thing gets solved.
Yeah. No, I'll tell you how the aspiration thing gets solved.
Can I get another beer, por favor?
Yes, this is more important. Yeah, I'm sorry, you had to move out of your.
Well, you have your wine. You got it right.
Oh no,
there.
I'm fine.
I got it.
I just wanted to give him crap.
All right, how's the aspiration thing gonna get? How's aspiration getting solved?
Okay, Kawhi gets to go to Toronto whether he wants to or not.
Okay.
So that Larry Tannenbaum can be happy.
Okay.
Ballmer, who's the richest owner in the NBA, says, "Wait a minute, why am I getting screwed on this deal?" They say, "Wait, how can we make you happy?" He says, "Give me Seattle, and not for the expansion fee, make it a straight swap, and then you find somebody to own the Clippers. And even though that will cost other owners money, Adam Silver will roll over because Donald Sterling was his biggest problem when he first started. And he got Peter Holt and Tom Gores and a couple of other owners to take care of that for him. They gave him the credit for it, but it wasn't him. He didn't chase Donald Sterling out of the owners club. It was other owners who said, "You're costing us money." They didn't get rid of him because he was a raging racist or a dope. It's because people are canceling their advertising contracts. That's money out of my pocket. That won't be tolerated. And so when they got Ballmer to pay cash for the Clippers when they were at their most distressed, yes, he wants both. I assure you he wants both.
Yep, thank you.
Now you're going to drink that one?
Sure.
Even though you showed up late?
Yeah.
Wow, it's just a circus of freedom around here, isn't it?
We run a tight ship.
Yes, you do. No, Adam Silver understands what Roger Goodell understands, what Rob Manfred understands is find billionaires, get billionaires into the tent, keep billionaires happy. Nothing else matters. Nothing. And that's why Steve Ballmer's escape plan is, I want to be able to have my team in Seattle. Because I've done the Clippers. It hasn't been rewarding. I'm bored. Give me something else. And when he says give me, he means give me. And that's my conspiracy theory.
All right. I like it. Well, you have another one, too. You think Portland's going to be moved.
Oh, Tom Dundon is he's going to want money from the city of Portland and Multnomah County, and they might give it to him. And he's going to say, nope, it wasn't enough. He's going to be their John Fisher, which is, I don't want to be here anymore. How can I get out of here? My fallback position is to take more money than I deserve, to do minimal improvements on the arena that I've got, and then move. And Clay Bennett showed them how to do it when he bought the Sonics. I want this. Oh, you said no? Well, we're going to Oklahoma City. And not feel a moment's remorse. And that's Dundon.
So Ballmer gets Seattle, Dundon leaves.
Yeah.
You have any thoughts on where he might go?
I honestly don't know, because you can't put it in Nashville. Splits the Memphis market.
Yep.
There's no money in putting a team in Vancouver, because I don't think he doesn't strike me as a Vancouver guy. The tax rates are high. No. It's going to be somewhere in the Southeast. I just don't know where.
Okay.
Vegas is going to be an expansion.
Yeah, I
team.
think Vegas will be an expansion team too.
That's already going to be, what do you think that's going to go for? 8 billion, 10 billion?
I don't know, man. It's like these prices are insane. They're insane what they're getting for these organizations.
Making another comeback.
And what the valuations are.
No. $50 for dog training would not have been a bad investment.
Leave in the suggestion box.
That'll hurt.
Lulu.
Okay. Just sit there and look as attractive as you are.
Leave that. That's so much better. Look at that. Yes.
He's thinking of the Wizards. There you go. Sit down. No.
She's like, I can only stand for so. She goes, I can only do it for so long. Lulu, come here. Come here, Lulu. She can't help herself. She really can't. I know.
One track dog mind. I have a toy in my mouth. I want you to pull on it while I pull on it, because it's bad for my teeth.
I do got to say something real quick. Because I want to get to the Giants.
Yeah.
Lou, no.
See, even Lou thinks that.
Lou. Before we do.
Yes.
I came out here earlier this week and was just laughing at Elliot Ramos challenging the first pitch of the game, July 4th in Colorado. And then finding Randy Rosarena one-upped him by challenging 2 pitches as the second batter of the game. By the way, getting both wrong.
Yes.
Screwing his teammates out of any other challenges. But at least he's Randy Rosarena, right? It's a guy who's been a guy that delivers in the playoffs.
An aggressively good player.
Yeah, he's like he has some credentials. Fucking Alex Call. Nobody even knows who he is. Okay? No one knows who Alex Call is. He played for the Dodgers. First time I saw him, he's playing for the Nationals, I think.
Albuquerque.
He's fucking Alex Call. He burned through 2 challenges. I believe it was in the second inning against the Rockies. Now, maybe they figured it was the Rockies. Who gives a shit? We can burn through our challenges if we want to. But I'm sorry. When you have Mookie Betts on your team, you have Freddie Freeman on your team, you have Shohei Ohtani on your team, you might want to give them a chance to use one of those challenges later in the game if the situation arises. The fact that you're Alex fucking Call.
I wish that was on the back of the jersey.
And you used both challenges. If I was Dave Roberts, I wouldn't play you for a week. I'm like, who do you think you are?
No,
you're Alex fucking Call. And you just burned through 2 challenges.
This is one more reason.
Next time you tap your helmet, you better be on fire.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to see you challenge another pitch.
Or you better be looking for a pitch.
Son of a bitch.
No, here's my solution. Give the umpires the power. Say, oh, you want to challenge that call? You're Alex Call. You're using a challenge. No. Just tell them no. Give them the power to say, no, no, I'm not. We're not challenging that. I don't care if the pitch hit you in the ear. It's a strike. Shut up. Either bleed to death or get back in the box. You can't argue with that. Bring back the days when Shag Crawford would just look at a guy with withering contempt and going, what are you complaining about? Get your ass in the box. And then ring him up on 2 pitches, like in the on deck circle and go, thanks for coming.
Eric Gregg specials.
Yeah.
I think they should ask the manager. What if they looked over at Dave Roberts? He just went.
Yeah. Except that he won't, because
don't give him that.
He doesn't want strife in the clubhouse. Make the umpire the villain again.
What do you think?
The umpire's not the villain anymore. He's an accountant.
Okay, not only, and we said Randy Rosarena did the same thing, but at least he's Randy Rosarena. So I'm not going to say he gets a pass. At least a little bit of one. Alex Call gets nothing. What do you think would have happened if these rules would have been in place in 78 and Alex fucking Call blew through both challenges and walked back into a dugout that Billy Martin was pacing back and forth in? What would have happened?
Oh, death.
Absolutely death.
Billy Martin would have taken the pistol out of his belt that he always kept with him and just shot him in the face. What should happen now, if you don't want to give the umpires that power, allow Julio Rodriguez to walk out of the on-deck circle, grab a Rosarena by the throat, and say, the next time you do that, I am legally entitled to kill you on the field in front of your family.
I mean, maybe it's happened before. The fact that these have all happened so close together.
No, it's the new
and they're
thing.
all egregious. I don't know. Using 2-1 at bat early in the game is the most egregious. But challenging the first pitch of the game, that's like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, no, it's
what are we? And he's been their best hitter like the last few weeks, but still,
this is what happens when you take umpiring out of the hands of umpires, because it's too expensive to train them, even though it isn't, and it's too annoying to give them power, even though they had power for 125 years. Train them better, make them better at their job, and then let them do the job. And that includes telling Alex Call, you're hitting 211. the challenge that you're going to make right now is whether you should be allowed to stay in the game or not. And I will decide that. It's just it's what happens when people in polo shirts think they know more than people in uniform. Period. If you want to improve baseball, take all the middle managers on every team that go upstairs and make pitching changes. I just say, the next one you get wrong, we simply set you on fire. We've thought about this. We're going to soak you in gasoline and make you a bonfire behind the center field wall. Use you to light fireworks.
I'm in for that.
And I'm not anti-analytics. I'm just talking about anybody who gets in the way of what happens on the field. Like the perfect game the other day.
Yes. Yuri Perez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There ought to be a rule that says if you have a perfect game through 7, only you can take you out. As long as you have the perfect game.
You're reminding me of the Smokey the Bear commercial. Only you can prevent forest fires.
Yeah. No, as long as you have a perfect game.
Take you out.
Only as long as you have the perfect game. If you walk somebody, then he's no longer in power.
What about if an error? What if it's a no-hitter? But
you have to decide how much you value a no-hitter. There have been 24 perfect games.
Exactly. That was
there have been
like
300 no-hitters.
Analytics I've said this, right? Analytics gets in the way of entertainment. Now, I'm not saying entertainment at all costs, but we've kind of lost that aspect of the game. Like, it should be fun. People do go to the ballpark to be entertained. And I always think of Dave Stewart and Roger Clemens. Like, when they matched up in the playoffs, that was something you wanted to be in front of the TV for or at the ballpark for. Either one of them could do something special. Go 9 innings, pitch a shutout, maybe no hitter, but you weren't constantly looking at the shit. Stu has 101 pitches through 6. He's not going to finish the game. Like, that's what we're doing now in baseball. And look, I know it's a different sport, and I'm with you. I'm not anti-analytics, but just because I'm not anti-analytics doesn't mean I'm totally pro-analytics. Like, there's a middle ground there. But I'm with you. Like, we're missing out. Like, he could have done something that only 24. It's happened 24 times in Major League Baseball.
If someone can do something extraordinary, the choice of whether he comes out or not should be up to him, not up to Todd, the guy from MIT who got the job 6 weeks ago after completing a successful run as an intern.
Yeah.
Just say, no, I'm not coming out, and you can't make me come out. And then as soon as he walks the first guy or hits the first guy in the ear, sorry, it's not your call anymore.
Yeah.
Now Todd gets to make his comeback, keeps his job. Yay, Todd.
Yay, Todd. Because we all love Todd.
Oh, absolutely.
We're huge fans of Todd.
No, I just, and the fact that A's fans who were watching their team get completely blanked.
Yes.
Were chanting shame at Clayton McCullough.
Shame.
I mean, true, they were resorting to an old, Game of Thrones meme.
Yes, it is. Yes, they did.
But nevertheless, shame. I mean, who uses that anymore?
Shame.
Yeah. I mean, what happened to you suck? Or don't go out there or I will take the field and beat you with a bat.
A little lengthy.
Well,
but I do like shame.
Yeah, shame is good.
I do like shame.
J'accuse.
Okay. Is that, and look, I agree with you. I talked about that. The kid Jones for the Pirates had a perfect game, but that was only through 6. I kind of get it. He's coming back from injury. I would love to see him get his 7th, but we're talking 2 extra innings here with Perez.
We're also talking about a guy that was his 3rd start.
It was his 3rd
He'd never gone over 102 pitches.
Nope.
And he was coming off a leg injury.
A leg injury.
I'm pretty sure you cannot. There is not a rotator cuff in your knee.
I don't think there is. I don't think there is.
I think unless they saw that he was favoring the leg.
Yeah.
Which he clearly isn't if he's getting everybody out.
Yeah, I'm not an orthopedic surgeon, but I'm pretty sure the rotator cuff is not in the leg.
But I know one when I see one.
Yes. So, is there a line between like hardcore fan, casual fan? I said there was. I don't really care one way or the other. But if you can't be a hardcore fan of a team and root for your team to get no hit or have a perfect game thrown against them.
Yes, you can. When you've been treated as badly as A's
How did I
fans
know
have.
you're going to say that?
Well,
How did
It's
I
the
know
same
you're
thing
gonna
with the
say
Raiders
that?
fans.
But then you're not hardcore.
No, you are hardcore. You're a hardcore baseball fan.
Hardcore baseball fan, but not a hardcore fan of the team.
That they're morons. You write them off right
Okay.
away. You've spent hard-earned money to take you and little Tad to the ball game. Little Tad might
Little
get a chance.
Tad, as in tadpole?
No, just Tad,
Tad, okay.
who grows up to be Todd.
At what point does his fucking vowel change?
When he gets accepted into a college.
Okay.
He becomes Todd because
Tad to Todd.
Tads don't go to MIT. Todds do.
Okay, very good.
So just stay with me.
Okay, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you.
He's looking at something special. He could tell all his friends at Dim Wipe Middle School, wherever,
Dim Wipe Middle School.
And he said, I saw the perfect game yesterday. Now what he gets to do is, I saw Lake Bakar give up 5 runs to 5 hitters. No, 6 hitters, including a grand slam.
Yes, he did.
Like single, double, walk, grand slam, walk. Hello. I mean, the only way that could have been good, the only way you could have salvaged that is if the A's had not scored just 3 runs in the 9th, but 5 and won the game.
Yes, that'd have been perfect justice.
Oh, God, yeah. Jesus would have smiled.
Yeah. What would have happened if Perez would have just walked back onto the mound and there'd have been 2 pitchers on the mound and they would have said, fucking take me out?
Go on, I dare you.
Yeah. Get security.
Yeah.
I'm not leaving. Like if the manager said, I'm taking you out, you've already, and you go, no, you're not. No, you're not. I'm going back out there. You do what you got to do, but I'm going back out on the mound.
That's not unprecedented.
Who did that?
Roger Clemens did it more than a few times.
Did he?
With his managers. You're not going to live if you try to do this. I'm not going. Bob Gibson did it.
Well,
Johnny Keane was mortally afraid of Bob Gibson.
Well, I can't imagine a manager even telling Bob Gibson he's coming out. I can't imagine a manager without at least a suggestion that Bob Gibson may give it. You're coming out. Like I'd send him a note. I'd pass it down the bench and have him give it to me. Signed, the manager.
Yeah.
I'm taking you out after this inning.
Yeah, no, again, it goes back to the fact that teams are run for the comfort of the owner and the people that the owner understands, which are the analytics guys. Because most of the guys who made their billions understand math and science. They don't understand athletics. They bought this as a toy. They don't understand how the toy was made. They don't understand how the toy is kept up to speed. They just understand what goes on in the ticket office and what goes on in HR. And as long as that's the structure under which North American sports is run, that's what you get.
Yeah, and look, I get it. You want to win. Everyone wants to keep their money. Everybody likes paychecks, all that stuff. But baseball had to change rules to make it a more entertaining product, because at some point we need to look at entertainment, which is why we watch all this. All right, we only got about 20 minutes. Giants.
Wait, you went from entertainment to Giants?
Yeah, well.
How did you pull that off?
Hard left. What do you do? Because, people are like, well, I think Tim Kawakami, he was on.
That vicious bastard.
I know. He was on about a month ago, and he was saying, I think the fans might be ready for some sort of tear down or reset. I don't even know if they can. I don't know if they can get rid of the players to get a reset, even if they wanted to. I don't think they want to, by the way. And I don't think they need to. But they don't have players that everybody wants. Like, who wants? Maybe they want Jung-Hoo Lee. Maybe they want to rise. But unless you're going to eat a massive portion of the contract, nobody wants Adames. Nobody wants Chapman. They don't want those guys. And I don't think they want to get rid of Devers anyway. It's just their pitching sucks, which is kind of ironic.
Yeah, because they won 3 World Series with pitching.
Pitching and defense, absolutely. But where are you at with this team? Like, where are they? Because I look at them and I go, the hitting's actually not that bad. I look at the hitting and the runs.
It got better, but
it's gotten better.
It's
but
not good.
Not great, but it's not the problem.
It's not the problem now.
The pitching has been gross.
Yeah. Okay. Buster Posey cannot look at himself in the face and go, I've been on the job for a season and a half and now I have to tear this down. I think there's some ego involved there. There's nobody in the front office to tell him no. Greg Johnson is the business guy. Charlie Johnson's in Florida taking a nap. Who tells Buster Posey, we really want you to think about this? Buster Posey's running this thing with remarkably little experience at it. And so he's basically constructed a flaming bag of poop and a grilled cheese sandwich. And to tear it down means to admit a mistake, which I'm not sure he's ready to do. And there's nobody in that front office to tell him, no, you got to do this. I mean, how they handled, Hatgate, I mean, they couldn't have made it worse.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
I mean, we're not talking about it. Well, everybody else is. So we're going to make the narrative, not you, you idiot. Except that Buster Posey knows he's not going to get fired. I mean, it is the one time where they could have actually used Larry Baer's wisdom. And that's one time out of 3,000 judgments. I mean, he was essentially a PR guy. He could have said, this isn't going to play well. But they didn't care, and they don't talk to him anyway. He's relatively powerless.
Yeah.
So what do we got? We got me grabbing for the bear.
The bear.
Yeah. And so they made a stupid situation a nationally stupid situation, because I don't think they care about the brand, because the brand is not important to them. What's important to them is them saving their ass right now. And by that, I mean saving their jobs. I mean, Tony Vitello, we're going to give him the name that's as it should be pronounced, not the way he does it. I mean, the worst Italian ever. Just stop it. Pronounce your name.
Hold on a second. So we're going to pronounce it the right way, not the way he pronounces it.
Vitello, really? Tolbert?
I kind of like the sound of that.
Well, take it then.
I guarantee you, if I was born in Quebec, it would be Tolbert.
Oh, no question.
What's up, Bunny? The Bunny chilling over there.
Yeah.
I call him Vitello. That's what he calls himself. So I just call him Vitello.
I'm sorry.
You say it's Vitello.
It's Vitello. Or Vitello is really how you should pronounce it. How he came up with Vitello is preposterous.
Why do you know he came up with it? His mom and dad might have came up with it.
Well, then he should have pled for like independence from his parents. You can't do that. No, but ignoring the name,
you can't pronounce
he's clearly outmatched tactically because he's a college coach. And to make the transition,
how would you know he's outmatched tactically, though?
Watch how he handles his bullpen.
The bullpen sucks. Everyone comes in with a can of gasoline. How would you know? I mean, it's arsonist after arsonist after arsonist.
How many times have they had, guys warm up and then not come in a game? How many times have they, kept a guy in too long or taken him out too soon? Bullpen managing is an art, which he does not. I'm not saying he's awful at it, but he's not nuanced at it.
Okay.
And when you don't have enough pitching otherwise, you've got to be able to bocce your way through a bullpen.
Well, it's easier to bocce your way through a bullpen when you have Affelt and Romo.
But how did he use them?
Sergio.
He figured out that Romo was a guy you could use for 3 hitters max. And that Affelt was best in the 8th inning, not good in the 9th. I mean, Bochy probably was the best bullpen manager the Giants have ever had.
He was, but it helps to have good players.
Well, it does help to have good players, but
and the rules were different. Let's be honest. Like Hobby could come in and pitch to a lefty, and then he was out. And they had 2 lefties.
Also true.
So
then let me ask this.
Yeah.
As Vitello, we want to play that game.
What? I didn't know we were playing a game.
It's an outrage.
Would you like to play a game? Let's play the Vitello game.
Do you think he handles his bullpen well? Or do you think the players are so bad that there's nothing to be done about them? Because if they're all that bad, I would have said, "Oh, you wrote on your hat? Get out." I just said, "You're not good enough to make a statement on your hat."
No, I'm not saying that he has been great handling the bullpen. Look, I've said this
You
forever.
think there are no tools back?
No, I'm more of a blame the players guy, not the manager guy.
Okay.
And when they win, I'm more of a give the players credit, not give the manager credit guy.
Okay.
Like,
has there been a moment during the season then?
Who's the one guy that comes in from the bullpen you think, yeah, I feel pretty good about this guy on the mound?
Mason Miller, but he plays in San Diego.
Okay. Thank you.
Glad to help.
Hey, thank you.
No, I mean, you're right. None of them are very good. But I also
Killian's been okay.
I think there is also a part of it that is they haven't been put in a niche that could possibly work for them. And if they're all bad, why are they still here?
What niche? You mean like a baseball game?
No, find out. Well played.
They're put into a baseball game and they suck.
But I mean, quite
sorry.
literally, he's a guy who could be useful in the eighth inning, figuring out what they could do well.
Maybe. But it doesn't help that your starting rotation is
that's a whole different
less than mediocre. I mean, Webb has had one good month. Let's be honest.
But he has.
Don't come after me, Logan.
But he has crapped on the fans.
He has crapped on fans, and he did that. Well, mostly can be our personnel. He crapped on them, and then a couple. Ooh,
that's a hard one for me. What do we think about that?
I think you're going to side with Logan on that one.
I don't even know who specifically was crapping.
What's Ray? Ray's been kind of okay. Like he's had more good starts than not, but he's been okay.
They don't have enough of them. Is the problem.
Roop is like whatever. Roop's just like whatever. He's in your rotation, whatever. Hauser moved out to the bullpen, probably where he should be. Molly, whatever. Fifth starter at best. They got a fifth starter at best. Hauser was a fifth starter at best. That's the problem I had. They had money.
But that's a roster construction issue.
Exactly. They could
not
have done
a managerial issue.
My point. That's my point. Is like he doesn't like. What's he gonna do? They suck. You can't make suck good. It's like
you can't de-suck suck.
You can't de-suck suck, and they suck. So there's nobody.
That's a T-shirt too.
Thank you. Webb is their best pitcher. And again, Webb had a really good month, brutal to begin, and then against Colorado, he got absolutely torched. And then against the Blue Jays, I love people when they say this. Hey, other than the first inning, well, the fucking first inning counts, okay? If I get a 17 on hole 2, that's going to count against my score. I can't say, how'd you play? Great. Except for the 17.
From 3 to 18,
except for the 17, I knocked out on 11. Number 2. So I mean, they all count. So he's been okay. It's just the pitching, which they thought they had a lock on, right? They were going to be solid pitching. They had the young guys coming up, right? They had Wisenhunt, who's supposed to be a stud, who actually pitched pretty good last night. They had Harrison. They had Wynn, who was supposed to be a starter, who's been a pretty decent piece in the bullpen. Who else was it? They had one more, Birdsong, who's injured. But that was like, okay, God, look at this young core we have starting pitching. And then you look at the bullpen, you go, okay, with Walker, Duvall, and Rodriguez, we're set at the back end. Well, it turns out Walker stinks. And he should be a seventh inning guy at best, maybe a ninth inning guy.
You're at the top of the none.
You have Duvall, who has been
just introduced by some Carmelite nun,
who is an all-star, and then toward the end of his Giants tenure, terrible. Even the Yankees are like, not sure about this guy. And then Rodriguez is hurt, so the back end of the bullpen's gone. The young pitching is gone, and
you're back. Don't do this.
The pitching is basically gone.
Just stay there.
It's just gone. So until they
but then if you run out of pitchers
Lulu
at the major league level, Lulu's showing she's got better body strength than I do. That's not good.
Yeah, and a Gene Simmons style tongue.
No,
she can reach it from there. She'll go straight chameleon on you.
Yeah. Cut it out. Cut it out. I know I taste great.
Lulu.
Okay, hey, you got to get down.
Lulu,
you're making me spill wine. That's a crime.
Lulu,
get down, you communist.
Lulu, come here.
Okay, you can sit there, but don't face me again.
Lulu's got to be a part of the show. Always got to be a part of the show.
No, if you run out of pitchers, that's the problem with the general manager and the scouting people.
Yes.
You can't run out of pitchers.
I agree.
Can't. Period.
I agree.
So,
and they've run out of pitchers.
Well, who's in charge of personnel? Let me see. Oh, it's the head of baseball operations.
There you go.
So, and who's going to be the last one to get fired? Oh, it'll be the president of baseball operations.
Yes. I mean, they're
So, in answer to your question,
yes.
Even though we went far afield.
Yes. We always do.
They're Rogered.
That's not good.
No, it's not.
Being Rogered
quite
is
frankly,
not good.
If I were them, if they walked in today, came to my home and said, "We want you to run the organization." First of all, I'd have them committed. But second, I would call Brian Sabian and said, "How much would it take for you to come back? Name a price. $20 million a year? You want to be the highest paid, best paid person in the game? You know, take it. It's you. Fix this. Because it's scouting and it's talent development. It's not anything else than that."
And that's the scary part. You mentioned development. To me, I thought, when I think Brewers, I think development. Like, they develop players.
I thought you were going to say you thought field work.
No, I definitely think. I always think field work. Go to field work, everybody.
By the way, I should get a piece of that action.
You should. No, but I thought, and it's not to say I wouldn't do this trade again, but why is Kyle Harrison so much better now with the Brewers than he was with the Giants? And it could be some injuries. He definitely had injuries when he was here.
Pat Murphy.
And and it's not like the Red Sox capitalized on it. I think he was in the Durbin trade. So they're probably thinking, oh, not great. But if Tibbs ends up being a player, he's in the Dodgers system. Oh, wouldn't that be? That'd be rough to watch him come back in a Dodger uniform tearing it up. But if those two guys hit, and Harrison, I would say, is already kind of hitting, then you got to say, well, why didn't we see that? Why didn't we see that? Because if Tibbs ended up being a really good player and Harrison's a really good pitcher, then that's probably too much to give up for Devers. But at the time, it made sense to me, and that it's hard to get free agents to sign here. You wanted a 3-4 hole hitter. But the best nickname for a mascot is Puddles.
No, it's not.
Puddles is a great name for a mascot. Turn his mic off.
No,
Puddles
I'm going to tell you why you're wrong.
Fantastic name.
I know. I have to correct you.
You're wearing the goddamn hat, and I'm trying to say you're wearing the hat of, and then you're like, no, it's not.
Puddles is not the name of the mascot.
Yeah, it is.
No, and the University of Oregon makes that clear. The mascot is called the Duck. This is Puddles. but the mascot is not Puddles. I don't know why.
Wait.
People who live
How
in
could that
Eugene
be
all-
Puddles then?
What?
How can that be? That is the mascot.
No, but the mascot is the thing that runs around the field
Yeah, the
on
duck.
game day, and that's the duck.
The
It's
duck
not
named
Puddles.
Puddles.
It's not named Puddles. I've looked this up 100 times. My daughter has lectured me about it 1,000 times. The duck is the duck.
What's Puddles?
Puddles is what they use to market this stuff. I don't know why. They live in the middle of Oregon.
Hold on.
Look it up.
So that's the duck.
No, this is Puddles. Puddles is not the mascot.
But that is the fucking mascot.
No, the mascot is the thing that runs around on
I know.
game day. That's different.
But his name's
I
Puddles.
don't know
'cause
what.
he's on
No,
the
it's
hat.
not named Puddles.
But you just said that's Puddles on your hat.
Yes, but because
But
that's
that's the mascot.
that's the distinction they make. That's not the mascot. That's the logo.
Which is a replica of the mascot.
No,
Puddles?
not in this case.
What-
Look it
in
up.
what case then?
Talk to my daughter. She's killed people over this argument, and I've watched her do it.
You bring her over here.
I will.
Okay. I will
She'll
fucking
pump 3 into your
bury her
stomach.
I'll bury her under this bark.
Not a chance. She'll
kidding
fire off
me?
3 shots
I
before
will
Lulu
fucking
can even
bury
get
it
to the
under
door.
her. She'll be lucky if the bunny digs her up.
My daughter is gifted at homicide.
She better be gifted at fucking Puddles. That's all I'm saying.
No, I got this lecture. They get
Well, no,
irritated.
that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
I'm
This
not
is
arguing
Puddles
that.
on my hat,
I'm
but
not.
it's not Puddles in real life.
I'm
Well,
not
that's a fucking
arguing that.
mascot who's not real anyway.
I'm not arguing that it's not stupid. I'm arguing the fact that the mascot at the University of Oregon is the duck. It's not Puddles the duck. It's the duck. I looked it up again today to make sure I wasn't talking out of my hat.
No, you didn't. Why would you just happen to look it up?
Okay. Because I was wearing a hat. God. You're the reason why the nation is dying.
Oh, are you going to thank me?
Well, I'm going to say you got to the job a little late. Oh, my phone fell down.
Yes, it did because Lou knocked it over.
Lou, you filthy animal.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
God, still works.
We got sideswiped by Puddles,
Yeah.
which I think is like dumb, but anyway.
No, we didn't
moving
get
on.
sides. No, it was a truth that needed to be explored.
Okay. Real quick. Warriors. I've been saying this all along. I know Steve Kerr got lambasted for it by saying this is a fading dynasty. But it is. It's a fading. This is what happens to dynasties. You don't stay on top forever. And everybody wants an answer to every problem. And sometimes there's not an answer to that problem. Sometimes you just do the best with what you have. And the Warriors are in a position right now where they decided to keep Draymond. They decided to keep Steph and pay him their money. And this is ultimately what you end up getting. You're going to have to fill in the
I hate
roster
you
with
more
some
than I
older
do.
players, maybe some injury-prone players like Horford, like Porzingis, like Butler. They're getting a little bit older. This is what happens. This is kind of like the natural life cycle, basically, is what I'm trying to say, of a dynasty.
No, it's more complicated than that, but you're on the right track. In that they were stuck 5 years ago with a plan that required that they draft well and get useful players. They did not draft well. They did not get useful players. So they chose instead the only avenue they had, which was to get older. And that's a defeated strategy. And now their chase for LeBron would make them even older than that.
Yes.
So when Wiseman didn't turn out, when Kuminga didn't turn out, when Poole didn't turn out, when Moody has only been...
Well, Poole helped them win a championship.
He did, but we're talking about now. I would say, on balance, his career in Golden State was not good. And his career in Washington since then has been a pie fight.
Well, he's in New Orleans now.
Well,
and it's even worse.
Okay. But the point is,
it's gone like this.
The point is they have selected a lot of players who have not made an impact in the National Basketball Association, no matter where they were.
Yeah. Kuminga's the one I probably blame him for the most. I don't blame him a lot, but I do think, you know what? If that's the one you thought you wanted to give Steph Curry as much chance to win a championship, there are options out there that were further along in their basketball development. I don't blame him for Wiseman. They needed a big. It wasn't a great draft anyway.
And he got hurt. And
you weren't going to draft Halliburton, who went 11th at 2.
I blame them most for Poole.
Yeah, but Poole is 28th.
I don't care. You didn't need his skill set at the time you drafted
him. But Ray did help him win a championship.
I understand that, but as a long-term prospect, he was a ball-dominant guard on a team, and a ball-dominant guard. And not only a ball-dominant guard, the most ball-dominant guard, successful ball-dominant guard of the last 30 years.
Possible.
You know,
I have to go back and think, but
the last ball-dominant guard, like that was Isaiah Thomas. And he's better than Thomas, I grant you. But
yeah,
the offense doesn't work without him as the fulcrum.
Magic was pretty ball-dominant.
Yeah, but I think he came before Isaiah, did he not?
Yeah, probably by a year.
Yeah.
Year or two, maybe.
But
I think Isaiah was 81.
But Isaiah's breakthrough was later in the 80s.
Yes.
But now we're arguing about 40 years ago.
Yeah.
So, no, I think the problem is they didn't replace their 2017 core with anybody. And they've been scrambling ever since just to fill those spots. I don't think Al Horford was the choice they would have made in 2018 or 2019. He was a holy crap, what's left? Oh, we could get Horford. They've been making sort of defensive. We need something that does that since then. And it's because Wiseman didn't pay off and Poole didn't pay off, other than 2022, which was kind of a mutant year anyway. And Kuminga never paid off and was irritating to boot.
Yes. All right, a couple minutes on the Sharks. And their 7-foot power forward.
I love him. I just love him. I love the idea of him. I love the concept of him. And if he plays like 2 minutes, gets a penalty, and costs him a Stanley Cup, I will love him even then.
Who was the big guy that played for the Bruins?
Oh, Zdeno Chara.
Yeah, Chara. What was he, 6'9"?
6'9".
Okay, yeah.
But he was a great defenseman.
Yeah, he was good.
He was that rarest of, and maybe this guy is that.
Maybe.
I mean, I can't remember his name right now.
I can't remember
his name. I just know either. 7 foot. That's all. It's the mental block.
Will they be in the mix for a Stanley Cup in 4 years?
Tell me who their goaltender is, and I can answer that. Then
it's Askarov right now.
Okay. Do you believe in Askarov?
I don't know yet. I don't know if I believe in him yet.
Okay. Well,
I think I'll have a better idea after this year. But I think with the blue line shored up a little bit, like I like the Trouba and signing, and I like the Nurse trade. I don't love the salaries that come with both of them. Like, I think they probably are a little pricey, but they have the room, and they need. Look, we talked about this. They're stacked up front. They're stacked. The blue line last year was like E. And they, to their credit, they knew that. They went out and got some blue liners. They drafted some blue liners. They're trying to take care of that. And I think that's the right way to go about it.
I thought they drafted really well.
Yes, I did too.
But the truth is, tell me if Askarov's going to be any good.
I agree.
I
agree.
We know what Celebrini is.
We know what he is.
And barring injury, he's going to be that for 10 years.
Yes. Yep.
Trouba's still got a couple of years left of tread left on the tire. Nurse maybe 1.
Yep.
But they needed immediate help on the blue line. So the only real question that they've got in the immediate future is, can they make that jump in what has basically been a weak conference? There's no real reason why the team to come out of the West this year was Vegas. And I'm not sure that Colorado's time hasn't passed, because this was their year. This was their moment. and they spat all over themselves. So I'm thinking this is an arguable conference. They're not the best team in it, but I could see them being a 4 seed or 5 seed. And I know they don't seed, but you know what I mean. Fourth best record, fifth best record. And everything after that is, can you have a guy that you can trust night in and night out to keep the puck out? The reason why Carolina won is not because of Frederick Anderson. It's because Brandon Bussey was a miracle find, in the final. He gave him 4 games.
Yep.
And he was a guy who couldn't play for the Islanders, for Christ's sake. I think I got that right. I could be wrong.
No, I think you're right. I wanted to run something by you, though, because I thought it was funny. I saw this on...
What does Drew think? Never mind this.
We got to get Drew on.
He's on all the
Okay, this
time.
is the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coaches. I don't know if you saw this on social media. And I just laughed. Social media made me laugh every once in a while. Like when they called them the Snow Time Lakers, that made me laugh. That was pretty funny. Pretty funny. And some guy came up with this. He said, go back and look at the last 5 Edmonton Oilers coaches.
Oh, yes.
And look at their last names. Look at their last name for the Edmonton Oilers coaches. It all ties in nicely with a male sexual organ.
Wait a minute. A male? How many of them are there?
Depends on what species you are, Ray.
Okay, I took male to mean human. Foolish me.
Mike Babcock.
Yeah.
Chris Knoblaw. Jay Woodcroft. Dave Tippett. And Ken Hitchcock. There you go.
Okay.
There's a lot of cock up there.
Yeah.
A lot of dick up there in Edmonton when it comes to the head coaches.
Okay.
I laughed at that. I was like, I did that. Now that whoever came up with that's pretty funny because
or has a really disturbed one-track mind, probably shouldn't be allowed to date.
Or could be in jail.
Yeah.
It's possibility could be in jail. But I was like, holy crap.
But here's the thing. Their owner, a guy named Daryl Katz, spelled Katz. There is no one else on earth with a surname Katz who doesn't pronounce it Katz. But he's Katz. And he's also a lunatic, which is hardly a surprise. So I'm not shocked that he would want guys with a direct link to a male sexual organ.
As opposed to the male sexual organ.
Yeah, the principal male sexual organ, which is thought of by perverts everywhere.
Oh, God, that is too much.
Yeah.
That is too funny.
No, that's why the NHL has figured out the offseason in ways that the NBA hasn't, because this offseason has been hijacked by LeBron James.
Yep.
I mean, they moved Giannis Antetokounmpo, which should have been the talk of the offseason. He's an afterthought now. He signed too early, while LeBron was just sitting on, I'm just going to wait and watch Shams, run in a circle around a coffee table for me. I mean, I hope he ends up in Indiana.
That would be fantastic.
Just, don't go back home to Cleveland. Don't go back to Miami where you used to play. Don't go play with Steph. Come up with the most ridiculous option there is. Utah. Put him in Salt Lake City.
Put him in Memphis.
Memphis at least has a little style and soul to it.
It does?
Put him in Memphis?
Memphis sucks. I'm with LeBron on that. I'm team LeBron on that one. Memphis overrated.
No. Put him in Memphis in part because he hates
First time
it.
I saw Beale Street, I'm like,
oh, no, Beale Street
this is it?
Beale Street is Bourbon Street, only with less street cleaning. But
and less street.
Well, it doesn't have to be a long street. Nobody drives on Bourbon Street.
I don't know. Bourbon smells like urine all the time, all parts of the day.
Tell
me I'm wrong.
Big surprise.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Beale Street is not much more aromatic.
You walk down Bourbon, it smells like somebody's pissing in your nose. Like literally. You
I
get
hadn't
you get
thought of it
fresh-
in those
you get
terms.
fresh urine
No,
in your nose walking down Bourbon
no,
Street.
you've got a lot of
and
frat
then you
guys.
grab a hurricane and then you smell more piss. It's
You've got
hurricane piss, hurricane piss.
You've got a lot of frat guys from Louisiana Tech making the elephant walk from Canal Street on down to the water.
It's
But
bad.
It is bad.
It's bad.
But Beale Street has that same sort of grungy feel to it, although with less urine.
Yes. Yeah. I didn't get the urine smell.
No,
I was just disappointed. It's not very long and not very anything.
it's Memphis.
It's
but,
like, eh.
but what is bourbon? Except open air bars where you drink the same, you order a hurricane,
That's it.
and
Yep.
it's $33.
Yeah.
Even if they
No, and
screw you and don't put any liquor in it.
I agree. Went there last year. Went to Bourbon Street last year for the Niners and the Saints game, and then went to
that's right. You did that.
then went to the LSU Florida game.
What did you
And New Orleans
enjoy
is a
more?
horrible beer town. Horrible beer town,
Yeah.
by the way. What did I enjoy more? I don't know. I mean, the Niner game was a fun game. Probably the SEC football game, just because I'd never been. But that game was terrible. It was like just fucking all defense, all picks, all bad offense. It was hot as shit too. But it was fun to be there.
What
Just
a surprise.
But yeah, the environment was cool. Like I enjoyed that. Actually, the best part of the trip wasn't even a football game. Is a World War II museum in New Orleans, which
Who
was
won?
an incredible museum, huh?
Who won?
Belgium.
Of course they did.
Yeah, it's Belgium won. Belgium won. Ray, thank you so much for joining me. Appreciate it. Let's do it again.
You tell me.
Okay.
I mean, I can't come to your home and make you put me on.
Yeah. Well, you could.
No,
And
no,
I
I
would.
couldn't because you have dignity.
Next
And
time
Lori has a gun.
next time you come back, I want you to say Puddles.
Puddles.
Puddles is a mascot.
Look it up. I swear to you, the mascot is not named Puddles, and they get pissed when you say it is.
Well, fuck them. They're Oregon. What do I give a shit? I went
They
to Oregon.
named it.
I
They
went
own the
I don't
copyright.
give a shit.
You're going to get sued
You're
by
or-
puddles.org.
You're Oregon. For God's sakes. Suck it up, Puddles.
Spoken like a guy who went to Tucson.
That's right. Bear down, baby. Bear down. Ray, thank you.
Thank you.
Let's do it
It was
again.
great fun. You're a glorious human being. And these two idiots, Jesus. I mean, they wander in whenever they want. You know, time has no meaning to them. Oh, you want me there at 2? I'll be there 3:45. What do I care? You know,
All right, coming up.
I got to see my parole officer.
Monday. I'll have a ballet report for you.
Oh,
A
please.
ballet. Dracula ballet.
Dracula
report.
Ballet. Not Dracula the Ballet. Dracula Ballet. That sounds like the company's name is Dracula. So you've got a bunch of dancers from rural Romania.
There it is. Dracula.
Oh,
Oh,
for God's sake.
Is Van Helsing in there?
Jeez.
Van Helsing has to be in there somewhere, doesn't it? Van Helsing.
Can
Can you name one ballet move? Like I can name triple salchow at least.
Pas de
Ice
deux.
skating. What?
Pas de deux?
What is that?
It's a ballet move.
What is it? What can you do it for me?
Me? An athletic thing?
What did you call it? The pas?
Pas de deux. P-A-S-D-E.
Hold on a second. I know.
I'm sorry. Did I spell that too fast for you?
You did. P-A-S
Space D-E
space.
D-E-U-X.
Oh, it's right there.
What a miracle.
It's a French term that literally translates to step of two. In ballet, it refers to a dance duet performed by two dancers, typically a male and a female. Okay.
Don't mess with me, bitch.
But it could be two males, could be two females, but typically,
it could be
I
typical.
guess in the Bible, it's male and the female.
No, not according to this Bible.
Not that Bible, not the Phil Steele Bible.
This doesn't have
How
any
did you know
ballet in
this?
it.
Yeah, you just know. You know so much stupid shit.
Yes, I do.
You do. Like you just.
I can't tell you the names of my children.
You couldn't. Nor
And the
should
only
you.
thing I know about my grandchild is its name is Zlatan.
Zlatan Ratto.
Yes. They didn't name him that, but I did.
Fantastic.
And here's to you, Zlatan. You future pain in the ass.
All right, we'll see you next week. See ya.
And remember this, Tommy T. Cash and tickets is what it's all about.